artist. I primarily work with in a kind of an interdisciplinary structure. I work with chemistry, photography, printmaking, drawing, sound. So these are the forms of kind of an ways how I express myself. So the whole idea started from an incident of me and my family living my ancestral property in the villages to the cities, and at certain point of time I figured it out that we are probably the last one who left the villages, but before us everybody left from my own villages. Later on, while I started looking at it, this particular phenomena, that what exactly happened, then I found that those villages which are close to the cities, close to the town, those villages which are now having a connectivity, this phenomena is very prominent there, and it's all started around 70s. So people means the middle class, educated class, the cream of the villages, they started living the villages towards the city. In this Biennale, I'm going to present a work called IR 36. That is a kind of a work which investigate and to try to understand that what exactly happened. I was interested into looking at the landscape from one village as a sample, it's my own village, to the city. So I was documenting the landscape around from the village, one corner of the village, to the city, both the side of the road. That is my work. So the photographs which I was working with are representing the present landscapes, and this body of work is divided into two sectors. One is this, and the other one is that I was also recording the people who left the village and the people who stayed back. There are few who stayed back. I have recorded their interviews about the time, the 50 years ago, the time of 70s, 80s, and from their memories, that how it was. So these two contrasty elements will be displayed together, and it is open for people to interact, to interpret. By doing so, I also spent my own childhood over there, and I have my own memories. I was also looking, while I was recording the landscape, I was recording through that. There were certain things which were very important and interesting. Like, for an example, the space which we used to play just beside the river, that ground, the whole ground, been converted to brick field. Nobody was there to protect that, to keep that as a playground. That been converted. The fields which were open at certain point of time, which were forest at certain point of time, that been deforested. Now if you go there, you will see that there are a whole lot of housing complex coming up, which is absolutely doesn't go with the space where it is. If you go to the Matal Shal, which is a bar, local bar, that was in my memory. I have like they were serving hadia, the rice beer, and I have a faint memory that the Adivasis, the tribal people, they used to come in the evening. They used to have this rice beer, and while they go back to their villages, probably after field, they used to play flutes. They used to sing song while they were going to that same road. And you can imagine that in the evening there was no street light, there was a kind of dusk. These Adivashis, they were playing flutes and they were going. They had just had rice beer over there, and so that was a kind of a thing. And there was a mud building over there. Now, at the moment, all of these been transformed. The mud building, remaining mud building is there, but then it been converted to concrete building. They were selling foreign liquors. The Adivasis are not there. there were some other people visits there. The whole thing got changed, and these are influences of the time, that how things been converted, changed. The medium I'm working with, it's called weight plate collodion. It is an handmade photographic processes. So I am actually I was working with photographic practices, photography with the modern equipments, but then I found it's all standardized. Like digital cameras or even film cameras, these are all factory manufactured materials, and the images you get, these are all standardized. I do not have my own input into it. So I was looking for something which is handmade, where I can have my own input, I can manipulate it, I can develop it, I can make my images accordingly. This particular process is weight plate collodion, and it's called ambrotype. Ambrotype is a unique image. So you make your own film with raw chemicals, and you have to do it within half an hour. So from making a film, making the image, and then developing it, this has to be done within half an hour of time. So necessarily you have to carry your lab along with you. Now, while I was doing this body of work, I was carrying my lab with me. I was taking help from my students, from other artists as well. They were helping me out. And I was also carrying all chemicals, all sort of chemicals. So it's a cumbersome work. I was making images on large format cameras, the glass plates and everything. So the process is something like this, that you need a chemical which is called collodion, salted collodion. You need to pour it on glass, and then you need to sensitize that glass plate. Then the glass plate been converted to a film, and you need to keep that film inside the camera. You need to click the images by opening up the lens cap, because it's very slow, and then you make the image, and then immediately you need to develop that plate to an image. And once you develop that plate to an image, the plate will be a positive. So unlike negative, this will be a positive, and one single positive. You cannot copy it. That's the uniqueness of this particular process. This phenomenon of migration is everywhere. It happened throughout the country, but probably in Bengal it has its own epitome. Like this happens every villages, everywhere. So which probably talks about the local phenomena, and that goes very well with the Bengal Biennale ideas. I think that's how it is very well linked.